Because now what you have is the market is top heavy with luxury hotels, upscale hotels, and there's only one little economy hotel at the bottom. You take that into Europe and you would have a reverse. You'd have 30–40% of the rooms mass would be the economy hotels, coming down to a very small number of super luxury hotels. We're upside down here, but that's because it's a maturing market, and that's a typical picture. And so we can kind of predict what's going to be happening over the next 5–10 years by looking at what's happened in other markets. I mean, the picture since the crisis has improved significantly. You know, the average price has dropped by 30–40% across the market. So now it's easier as the traveller to get a hotel room of an international quality for a more reasonable price. But I would say they still are overpriced for the quality, yes. And the cheaper hotels are of a quality you wouldn't want. No, it's definitely to fill in the gaps in the market. Because the market's changing, the market's developing, the office market changes. The dynamics of the market changes. Instead of having just CEOs and vice presidents flying in there, we have people flying in of all categories. We have more flights. We have more opportunities for people to come and do business in Moscow, to open up. Now for investors are now looking very actively at the mid-market and economy market in Moscow, trying to develop hotels, not necessarily within the Garden Ring, but throughout the whole city, of a more affordable nature for clients. We've seen the success of the Ibis Hotel, opened up recently at Pavletskaya. I think there's a strong focus now and understanding of investors that railway stations for the Sheremetyevo Express, Pavletskaya Express, the Vnukovo Express at Kievskaya are good developing areas. If we look at the number of international hotels in the city, 11–12,000 rooms, only 160 rooms of that reflect an international 3-star hotel, the Ibis. It's a tiny percentage of those rooms. Yet at the same time, there's a huge demand for that facility. Therefore, we're seeing investors looking more and more now at that type of property. But you will begin to see more and more new hotels opening within this economic segment. So as prices will increase in the upscale and luxury segments, there will create opportunities below. Also, we're seeing a natural replacement of old room stock. It's been well documented there's over 50,000 rooms in Moscow, available hotel rooms, of which 10 to 12,000 are international quality, yeah? So that leaves a huge gap of older, aging room stock that should really be upgraded and replaced. This can be replaced by new international economy hotels. It can also be replaced by upgrading those old facilities, and that's another trend that we'll see.